And we are live. Hello again. Thanks for tuning in. This is the SuperBoss Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Luke, joined by my two co-hosts, Harrison.
What up?
Ian.
Hey.
The three of us run SuperBoss Podcast. What we talk about is we're a bunch of nerds, so we talk about what's going on in the nerd world. Movies, comics, video games, anime, anything that gets you beat up at school. That's kind of
Sometimes
that doesn't
garlic.
happen anymore. Sometimes garlic. If you're a new listener, we don't really have a format. We don't really have a style. We just meet up, and then we have an episode every 2 weeks where we just talk about what's on our mind. So starting off, Harrison, what's on your mind?
I just get to catch up with you guys. That's you know what? That's all I wanted.
It's the highlight.
That's the highlight of my day.
Aw.
Yes, I get to hear your beautiful voices, and I think about what I'm doing. So I talk about
And after next Tuesday, I'm free if you want to get food.
Oh, yes.
No joke.
Dude, I've already been like looking at places because I didn't realize how many places have opened up in the past year, right? So I like
Yeah.
me and my girlfriend were already. She's looking more, but I get to hear about it technically. So I say we. It's really her. No, I can't wait. There's like so many things I want to like go. I think I just miss. We've talked about this already, but I just miss at least just going out to eat with like the boys, you know? The experience. Like, I can pick up food no problem, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah. But
yeah, it's I think most everyone I've talked to lately most everyone I know and talk with regularly were really good about following like pandemic rules. But even then, like after about a year, people are starting to get kind of I guess people are calling it what, COVID fatigue?
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And
I know what you're
so-
talking about.
Cabin
yeah.
fever.
Basically
Yeah, cabin fever, pretty much. Like, and it's not like and it's not even like I just don't go out. I just because
Well, it's just like being able to go out and not
Yeah.
have to worry about anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also funny to read like what people like are saying about like coming, like it's like, oh, we're quote unquote going back to the norm of like being able to like socialize, right? And one thing I was reading I forget where I saw this, but it's really funny how they were saying, what was it? It is like, oh, this is a reminder of like back then people would like, or no. It's more like, oh, people getting older, you start realizing you have to make plans in advance to hang out with someone when you don't know if you actually want to hang out yet.
Wait,
you get
sorry.
so
One more
so
time?
like it's weird because it was like at first I was like that doesn't make sense, but then it's like okay, so what he was saying was like, oh, you have to make plans in order to hang out with someone that you don't even actually know if you want to hang out at that point, because some people are like plan in like a month at a time, right? And it's like oh, because like for us we I mean that might be different now. I feel like we all talk to each other normally, like we all just message, right? But maybe like other people actually have to like, hey, let me pencil you in, and I'm like, and unlike before, I was like, hey, you want to get food? Sure. But
Yeah.
this probably applies more for like other people, but I don't know if you guys feel the same with that. I had a
Where
lot
it's
of
like-
thoughts about food. It's weird. It's all stemmed
Same.
from like I want to try this place and this place, but
Yeah, I mean, we talked last time. Luke has that list of like where he's gonna take certain people.
I'm just I don't know what's gotten into me lately. I
I
just like making spreadsheets now. And,
oh,
like they're not fancy. They're just I think I'm finally hitting that point. It's either I'm getting that point where I'm old and I don't remember things really well, or I have to remember too many things, so I need reminders. Because I have a list of all these restaurants I want to go to, and then so a few artists I follow on Twitter have their commissions closed until May,
Mhm.
And so I have a separate spreadsheet of all the artists I want, and then they're like projected open commission date. So and normally I wouldn't even really care about that. I would just like check periodically, like,
Yeah.
oh, commission's still closed, or oh, this person's doing this, but now it's, spreadsheets forever. And I don't know, maybe it's because I do so many spreadsheets for work and I hate it. It's just like becoming ingrained in me.
I was gonna
It's
say this sounds
seeping
more
into
like
your
your
life.
work, if anything. I was like, this sounds more like it's work related, but that happened around the same time when I start work. I started using Excel more. I'm like, wow, what is this? I don't like this.
It's basically
I
like a, what is it called? Like working hazard? Where
Occupational hazard.
like occupational hazard. Yeah, that's it. Starts to seep into your
Especially
daily
too,
life.
because like, I mean, spreadsheets do tend to make your life more organized,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Because I mean, before you would have a journal or something, and now I basically have a gigantic journal I can just keep on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
You can if you get into like coding and stuff, you can learn how to like make a bot that'll like ping you when like on certain days when things are happening.
I think I'm too lazy to do that, which I think is the best thing. Because normally
Hell yeah.
people make those automated processes and automated scripts
Mhm.
because they're lazy, and
Yeah.
I'm too lazy to do that.
You're the laziest of the lazy. The king.
The king. Oh, have you? I forgot. Have you guys been keeping up with like the Mortal Kombat movie at all?
No.
I've
right?
seen images from like recent trailers,
Mhm.
but I don't really know anything about it.
Yeah. No, I mean me neither. I haven't until like for some reason I got recommended like their new version of the intro, like of the Mortal Kombat song. And at first I was like, okay, this is just gonna be some remake or something, whatever. It's probably gonna not be that good. That shit's actually really good. I was like, wait, this actually slaps. What?
It
So,
slaps?
yeah, I like it. I was like, wait, this is actually cool because most of it does still stay with like the OG. I know some like there's obviously gonna be haters. But I mean, me just looking at a surface level, I'm like, this matches pretty well, and it's actually really cool. And then
We're talking about the so it's like an update of the old song that was like the dude screaming Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat
yeah.
dun 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 dun.
yeah,
Okay.
pretty much, yeah.
All
It's
right.
like that song. So they redid that song, and I was just like, wait, this is actually really cool. Well, this is also maybe because I like EDM, so maybe that's just I might be biased thinking about it more the more I talk about it. But
Uh-huh.
I like it, and I was like, wait, this is cool. Then I actually looked into like the movie. I was like, oh wait, this is actually coming out like I think this week. I think, or it's already
Really?
out. Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it comes out April 16th. So it's this
Oh,
it comes
wow.
out
2
this
days.
week. Yeah. I was like, what? Oh, that's why they're doing oh, that makes sense why there's all this promotion.
Is it theatrical release or is it going to be
Uh
online?
oh, good question. I don't know actually. And shows how much I pay attention. I don't know because it's by Warner Brothers, so I don't know if it's with right. It's Warner Brothers.
Oh, it's coming out on HBO Max.
Oh, all right. I know
so-
what I'm doing this
I
week.
guess that's something to watch.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
still need to watch Godzilla too. I said last time I'd watch it, but I haven't had time.
You disgust me.
I'm sorry. I know.
what
I had the courage to say it on this podcast.
What I've been very casually keeping up with. They're doing a Borderlands movie.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And that's going to be really interesting. I think cuz they've announced some of the cast. And I think the cast overall sounds okay.
Mm.
And then no disrespect to Kevin Hart, but they cast Kevin Hart as Roland,
I was gonna say Roland.
and that's it's gonna be a no from me, dog.
Who's the direct? Oh, Eli Roth.
Yeah, Eli
Okay.
Roth, written by Craig Mazin.
Dang. I was gonna see if it was our resident Monster Hunter director who does all the
No,
the silly
no.
video game movies.
I don't think if it was Wes Anderson, because I think his name is
Who's-
Wes Anderson, but there's like
What?
Wes A. Anderson or something. Because he's not the Wes Anderson.
Right.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure his last name is.
are you talking about the Monster Hunter director?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, Paul W.S. Anderson. Sorry. not
Oh,
Wes
okay.
Anderson.
Paul.
I'm stupid. I'm pretty sure Paul Anderson wouldn't be able to get the cast that they got.
Oh, sure. Well, I
'Cause
mean, he
it's-
has to make the lead Mila.
He
his
does,
wife,
but also
but-
like because Jack Black is
Uh-huh.
in the Borderlands movie,
Wait,
which I think
who's
is
he?
great.
Wait, who's
He's
he?
Claptrap,
Ah,
which I think will be. Like, I
Okay.
think that's pretty funny.
That's cool.
fair.
That's cool.
That's amazing. Yeah. Kevin
I'll
Hart
take
is
that.
Roland.
Kate Blanchett
Blanchett.
is Lilith.
Okay.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is Patricia Tannis. Yeah, they haven't announced what all's going on
Mm-hmm. Huh. That.
because I think it's meant to be an original plot within the Borderlands universe.
Oh, okay.
But using like those characters, I guess.
Yeah, like I think it's supposed to be this kind of original in between story. Because at least on Wikipedia, the plot synopsis is Lilith and Roland are hired to find Patricia Tannis's like estranged daughter. I think.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
I mean, sure.
we're suddenly in the resurgence of hey, let's make video game movies again,
Yeah.
and
Maybe
don't
this time it'll work.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
this time they're
Because we already did an
huffing-
episode on video
huffing
game
an
movies.
entire tank of copium. Maybe
Uh.
this one will be good.
Man.
And Borderlands, I think, could be like. I mean, it's like. It's a generic sci-fi movie, so I
Yeah.
think you would have people outside of people who really love Borderlands to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
But God, Roland as Kevin Hart kind of hurts me inside because I played Roland in the first Borderlands.
Wasn't there like a thing where Roland was not super short, but he was essentially shorter than like most of the people? Was that like a thing? Am I crazy? I'm trying to connect the dots of why they're choosing Kevin Hart, but
I
also
don't
maybe
know.
it's just
like, I
namesake
honestly
at that
don't
point.
know.
Yeah. Ah.
Wait, why are you sad about them choosing?
It feels like
Roland?
I kind of. I'm not speaking.
I mean,
for
like
them, but
Roland,
Yeah.
I think is like he's kind of a funky character.
Yeah.
He like between Borderlands 1 and 2, there was like major writing whiplash between who Roland was supposed to be.
Oh.
But Kevin Hart tends to play Kevin Hart in
Yeah, it's like-
movies.
yep.
So
I see. I get
we're
you.
basically going to be getting Kevin Hart pretending to be Roland instead of like if they've gotten Michael B. Jordan or I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but even the guy who was in Get Out,
Oh,
I
oh my
cannot
gosh.
remember his name.
I see his face. I don't remember his name.
Mm.
But yeah, I was gonna say those two are. I think are. So I
Especially
think
because
it's
like I mean
more-
Kevin Hart he's not old, but he's older and having to do like stunts and everything. Obviously you're gonna have stunt doubles, but I mean especially for Michael B. Jordan, I think is just kind of like the new hot young black actor. I think it would have been a little better if they had chosen him. Or even I don't remember his first, but his last name is Washington. He was in Tenet. Apparently, he's also kind of a new and up and coming actor.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe they could just go full tilt into the Borderlands like comedy style, and maybe it's this really goofy sci-fi movie. Which I mean, that could work
yeah.
because
Yeah.
we haven't seen a lot of like funny sci-fi lately.
Mm-hmm. And that could be it. And like that's probably what that could be a big reason why. I think it was when you said Kevin Hart. I think it's just always like it feels like he just gets picked, and then it's just like they put his name on it just to have it, right? It feels like one of those moments. But if it's going for a comedic aspect, then yeah, sure. Because Borderlands is known to like sometimes have those wacky moments, so I can see
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I can see
We'll
that.
see.
I totally did not know that was a thing though. Did not think.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've also only really announced. I don't know if there is a release date or anything. There's no trailer yet, so
Mhm.
people are just kind of waiting to see what
Yeah.
happens with it.
Yeah. Man. I don't. Yeah, but besides that, running back, I did have a question for you guys, and it's one of those stupid things that I heard, and now I just want your opinion. And I don't know. We've probably talked about this as no, we talked about burgers, right? Is
I swear to God, if we're gonna have another stupid discussion about burgers,
no. Is a hot dog a sideways sandwich?
yes,
But then is a sandwich a hot dog?
not all hot dogs are sandwiches, but all hot dogs. Wait, not all hot dogs are sandwiches. Not all sandwiches are hot dogs.
But do you have to fold it?
Didn't we talk about this?
No, we
I'm
talked
pretty
about a burger. I know we talked about a burger. I know for sure we talked about.
I think
a
we
burger.
had like a tangential rant into.
Do we?
It's been
This
so
is-
long.
Yeah, that might have been like a couple of years ago, actually.
Was it in one of
Well,
those
so-
unreleased
So
episodes?
you
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
with the discussion, like, oh, do you have to fold the bread
yeah,
to make it a hot dog? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, that was another thing where I was like,
So
okay,
does that
at point-
imply that if you take a hot dog bun and then like cut it at the seam
Cut it in
and then
half?
you is it no longer a hot dog?
Yeah, and does that become a sandwich?
Well, so that like all hot dogs are sandwiches, so it is a sandwich, but is it a hot dog at that point? In which I'm saying, yes, it's still a hot dog. You're an idiot.
Rude.
It's a sub a hot or
Yes, I think a hot dog has to be a type of sandwich.
right.
I think.
Yeah, I think it is. 100%.
And then
No,
It is a sandwich.
You're right.
if you cut it in half, if you cut the bun in half, would I still
But then, like, if you
I
turn,
think part of the hot dog is the insinuation that it's the type of meat as well, right? Like the sausage thing.
Yeah, like I think
Yeah.
the core component of a hot dog is having the hot dog or the bratwurst,
So-
the sausage, whatever
so-
you want to call it.
So what if I take a couple of slices of like Mrs. Baird's, not sponsored, or like Dave's Killer Good Seed Bread? What if I take a couple slices of those and then put a sausage, beef sausage in between? Is that a hot dog?
Sure.
That kind of blows my
Like,
mind.
You could just take 6 biscuits, cut them in half, and lay a sausage in between. That's a hot dog. Call it a breakfast hot dog if you want. It's a hot dog.
I don't.
Because it's like when people want to talk about the side component, in this case the bread, it gets silly because then like, oh, if I have a cheesesteak, because the cheesesteak is just a hoagie roll split in the middle, does that make it a hot dog? It's like, no, you're a psychopath if you think that, because it has like, it's got the Philly cheesesteak, but by your reasoning, because the bread itself follows the same structure as a hot dog bun,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, no, you're incorrect.
So we're all in agreement that
Man, if they
the hot
made
dog itself,
breakfast hot dogs, they would make a killing. I feel like that would be great.
Doesn't Sonic do
But-
that? Sonic does that. Sonic
do?
does do that. Yep.
They
And they're
have?
actually pretty good.
is
Well,
it
like,
the
I'm
is it
saying
hot
like
dog or corn
between
dog?
biscuits.
Oh,
It-
oh,
like,
well, no, they don't
let-
use
use a
biscuits.
biscuit. Yeah, biscuit, egg, and cheese.
with a
Hot
beef
dogs with-
sausage.
Yeah, with a with a sausage. Just instead of a bun, you just have biscuits, like breakfast
Uh.
biscuits. I think that would make a killing.
Oh hell yeah, 100%.
Because then you could do biscuit bun. You got your breakfast sausage, egg, and then gravy.
When you say breakfast sausage, are you thinking
I mean, I don't know, just a sausage.
okay?
But not like a flat sausage. An actual like
Oh, you mean like a sausage patty?
yeah, not that.
No, it would still be
Like a
round
sausage link.
a sausage link.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the
God, now you're thinking like, well, what if you like? Because some people do like. There's a sausage link and there's a sausage patty. If you do the Wonder Bread and a sausage patty, is that a hot dog? Like, oh yeah, I guess it's technically a hot dog meat.
But is it?
Dude, I'm someone who puts peanut butter on egg tacos. So
What?
I
mean, I say that because I'm allergic to peanut butter. So
the
that's just
world of
a crazy
food.
thing to me.
That's true. The world of food is just a kumquat of
Kumquat?
a kumquat
Cornucopia?
of mixture. Yeah, a cornucopia of
I thought you were trying to make a bit.
I
of,
thought you
like,
were too. I was like, he's
food
doing
definitions
the kumquat. I
don't
get
matter,
you.
but like
Nope.
kumquat it's just a small citrus fruit. There's no
nope.
what's the correlation?
I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
your stomach doesn't care what kind of thing you're eating as long as it can
It is fuel.
derive nutrients.
mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. Everything else is just a thought experiment in how pedantic you want to be.
That's a good way to put it.
It is a mentality.
That is a mentality.
I've heard that a lot in college.
It's all a mindset.
It's all
is.
like I had a teacher back in high school always make the joke. It's like, I'm on a seafood diet. If I see food,
Seafood,
I eat it. It's like, yeah, that's
Man.
exactly what it is. It doesn't matter how you want to pretty it up. It's food.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's so funny because like back then, because like it was funny. I only say this because I started thinking about more food because now I'm trying to like go back to like counting calories again, and I started thinking more about it, and it was like when you say that, it's like, oh, seafood diet. I was like, yes. I heard that so much at work because everyone's like, oh, Harrison's the guy that like counts calories. I just see food and I eat it. I was like, you think I don't enjoy food at least? Damn.
Yeah, I see food, I eat it. I just don't eat all of it.
Ooh,
There's
there
a
you go.
difference.
You have discipline.
I don't have discipline.
That
You
Well,
give me a
Harrison
pack of
has
cookies, the cookies are gone.
Yeah, that's fair. Girl Scout cookies gone. Well, for you, any cookies, but
No,
not
every
any.
cookie.
Oh,
There are some cookies I just refuse to eat.
there's some nasty cookies.
I don't like, I mean, you mentioned Girl Scout cookies. We'll talk about Samoas. I don't like Samoas, but it's because I don't like coconut.
Right, right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
And so,
That's understandable.
basically anything coconut I don't eat. And it's also like, I feel like I just also have a mild allergy to coconut, so that's why I tend to avoid it anyway.
Yeah,
But
That's
I
fair.
mean, I also have a mild allergy to existence, so it doesn't matter.
Are you?
But I
I was gonna say, are you guys speaking of like cookie, like going back to the cookie thing? Are you guys in the camp of? Because I heard so many people are like adamant about this. How do you guys feel about oatmeal cookies? Like with the raisins?
I think oatmeal cookies are fine. I think
Yeah.
raisins are disgusting.
Okay, so would you
That is
rather
the
have the
one
chocolate or
yeah, of course.
on that? Okay.
I just like
Some people just don't count that as cookies.
oatmeal raisin cookies. I refuse to eat on principle because I hate raisins. Oatmeal is a fine cookie base. Like that's what Chick-fil-A does.
yes,
They do oatmeal chocolate chip,
yes,
and I think Potbelly's does oatmeal chocolate chip.
they do.
And so, if you're a big proponent of the chewier cookie, oatmeal cookies are way chewier. If you
It
like
is-
crunchy cookies, you're gonna hate them.
No,
So,
yeah.
go away. But
Go away.
yeah, I mean, like oatmeal cookies fine,
I agree. I like oatmeal.
and it's like outside of drinking oat milk, because oat milk still freaks me out because it tastes like oatmeal, or like it has that like granola-y flavor, and that's like it's a good flavor. I think it tastes good.
Oh, speaking of oat milk, Ian, I
What's
got
up?
screwed. I
Oh,
tried to drink oat milk because I was
Oat
like, oh yeah,
milk?
Ian used to drink all the time. Let me try it because I'm trying to I was trying things out, right? I should have
Uh-huh.
just tried it when you were there just because you had it.
yeah, sure.
Even though you even offered it. I was like, oh yeah, sure. And I just forgot. But I tried it. I bought
Uh-huh.
like a pack from Costco
Yeah.
because dumbass me was like, oh, it's fine. I'll like it.
Oh,
I think
you
it's not that I
hate it.
didn't. It's not that I don't like the taste. I think I got a very very slight reaction from
Oh
it.
no!
Oh,
And
that's
it's so
weird.
but it doesn't make sense because I eat oatmeal no problem.
Yeah. Did
So
you
that's
read
why-
on
Might
the
be that
like
specific
back of the
brand.
label?
I read it and it nothing pops out where I'm like, yeah, this would give me a reaction.
Weird.
So I have no idea.
What brand did you buy?
No, it was just the Kirkland brand. So who knows? Maybe that's why.
Huh.
I don't know.
The
But
generic.
no. I
Costco.
tried that and then the what was it, Ian? You
Muala?
had- Yeah. I tried both. I think I got a reaction from either one. So it's something about oat milk.
Weird.
It was weird.
Oh.
Because oat milk, isn't it literally just oats,
just oats.
soaked in water?
Yeah.
Weird.
Is
I
it
looked
one of
up.
those things where it's like processed in a facility that also does like peanuts and
I need to check
shit
that.
stuff?
I don't think they would have
But-
that kind of cross-contamination.
Yeah. And I've had things where it always says that and I'm fine, right? So maybe
Yeah,
who knows?
okay.
Maybe it's this box, but I got it and I'm like, well, this is
Maybe your
like it
body
tasted
just-
fine.
Rejects it.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But then I went back to soy milk and I'm like, all right, this is fine. Like this is just me
Ugh,
trying stuff out.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, because I was just curious because
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no.
went through phases of soy milk. It was weird.
you go into like the actual like the one you see at like the Viet.
Yeah, like
places,
that's
right?
the stuff.
That one?
I love that as a kid.
Yes.
And then as a teen, I drank it and I thought it was horrifying. It was like disgusting. Spat it out, threw it away. And then when I was like, I think around 19, I drank it. I was like, damn, this is pretty good again.
Oh, wait a minute.
And then I haven't had it since. So I don't
Yeah.
know what my body thinks about soy.
Yeah. But
You're
yeah.
talking about the
which-
stuff that I tried? The green?
Yeah. That's the brand. I forget what. Oh my god.
I don't know what the brand is, but it's
I
the
see
can,
the label.
and there's the little soybeans on it.
Yeah. But
I
there was
liked
the green
that
one.
stuff.
There was
That was tasty.
because there's two versions. There's like the green one, and because the green one has like grass jelly flavoring in it.
Oh,
in
and then there's
addition.
the like
And then there's the normal
The-
one.
the regular one.
Yeah.
And I've only drank in the regular one.
The
okay.
green one's the one where I'm like, oh, I will drink this. No, like I fucking love it.
Yeah.
But
Now,
Like-
because it was green, it freaked me out as a kid. So I never
no,
drank
same.
it.
No, as a kid, I was like, why is it green? You think? And then
What?
like, oh, because I was like, I associated for some reason. I was like, oh, green's bad in food.
Huh.
I don't know why.
Oh, does it remind you of, like broccoli when you were a kid? And you're like,
No, not even. I was fine
Oh.
with. I say I was fine with veggies, but typical kids. Who knows? I don't
I
remember.
think green drinks are just kind of weird if you think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
But or not. I say grass.
Like,
It's
you
pandan.
don't
or I think-
see-
I don't know.
You don't see kids
Pandan,
drinking
yeah.
avocado shakes or spinach smoothies or whatever. You only see adults drink that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird as a kid to see that.
I've been drinking gallons of the Silk brand pea fortified protein cashew and
Whoa.
almond milk.
Like the letter P fortified or like
No,
urine
like-
fortified?
like
okay.
No, like pea plants. Pea plants.
Okay.
PEA.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So they take the protein from that, put it in cashew almond milk, and it's like 10 grams of protein per 8 fluid ounces. Been drinking gallons of it. That's good.
Gallons.
And they only come in like, well, I don't know, but in my area they only come in 2 quart cartons, so I have to
Mhm.
buy a lot. I've been like trying to put on some weight, so I'll take like a glass of that, and then I'll do like 2 teaspoons of honey, put it in the microwave for like a minute, and stir that up. That's free calories right there. That's free real estate.
Dude, look at you bulking again.
Yeah.
But you're not bulking like you did before, right? Where you just had
No.
what was it? Lentils.
Yeah.
All of
That was rough. That was rough.
Just
I was
start
so-
drinking whole milk.
That was
Yeah.
rough.
Easiest way to gain weight.
Yeah, no, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. There's a potential unhealthiness there that I want to be careful about.
There
Oh,
is.
okay.
Yeah, there is. With that.
You actually want to gain weight healthily.
Yes.
Because a lot of like, I guess it's different, but from like a professional standpoint of like MMA fighters,
Uh-huh.
a lot of them don't care about.
Yeah.
They just they need to hit weight goals, and that's the most important part. So
Yeah.
Gallon of milk every 2 or 3 days.
Well,
Type
there's
deal.
So the reason I had the idea of doing it was I'll like get on I'll get on like small if I find the person entertaining, I'll like start watching their stuff. I'm just describing what everyone does. I don't know why I'm trying to make it seem like a thing. There's a new so WWE has like different sections, right? There's like
Yeah.
the main thing, then there's like NXT or whatever, and somehow I found out about one of the NXT wrestlers, Eric Bugenhagen. And so I've been watching his like YouTube videos, and they're really easy to watch because they're just like 1 minute or less.
Yeah.
And it's just him going like psycho nuts on some weight and like back and forth banter with his wife or his kid. And it's really like cute and funny because he acts like a spoiled brat. But he used to do, I think it was back in 2018 or something, he used to do a gallon of whole milk a day.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, so far, I think he said he like went to the doctor, and the only thing was like some part of his sexual reproductiveness was like a little bit enlarged. And the only issue was like it might be hard to have kids. But he was like, well, I already got one, so I'm good there. It's like, okay. All right,
One
dude.
and done.
Looking on the bright side.
Yeah. That's funny. That's also why I started eating raw garlic. I'm very impressionable.
Is that something he did?
Yeah, I'm very impressionable. But it actually is really good for you, too. So
No, it's actually good. No, when you mentioned it that one time in our group chat, I was like, hold up. I've seen you do it, but I never like processed that that's what you've been doing. And then until like your girlfriend mentioned it too, I was like, wait,
Garlic is just too good to not eat.
Yeah, I was like, hold up, let me look this up.
let me look this up. Look up those nitric oxides,
I was
baby.
like, what are the pros and cons? There's just a lot of. Then it got into like this rabbit hole of like, all right, you at the end of the day you're gonna get cancer. I'm like, all right, no, I'm out.
That's how it always ends, right?
I was like, this is the rabbit hole that it always ends at that, and I'm like, nope, I'm out.
I'm out. I'm done.
I believe Ian.
Yeah, it's like what
Ian's
you do
got
with
this.
garlic. That's what I do with onions because I love onions.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll eat raw onion all the time.
Eat? Oh man,
Dude,
I can't eat raw.
pair
onions.
it with
I
garlic.
The only
You
time
can't
I
eat onions?
don't like onions
No, raw
is
onions. Raw.
Gotcha.
like caramelized onions. I'm not a huge fan of. I'll still eat them, but
really?
like
Really?
it's like they're just like kind of goopy and slimy.
Huh.
I do enjoy like
Alright.
the crunch of like a raw onion.
Okay.
See, I think we're like the opposite of that, because I love just caramelized or grilled onions and all that.
Yeah,
I just can't eat raw.
I agree.
Grilled onions are great because like in fajitas, I love when you get like just a pile of the grilled onions.
Yeah.
But yeah, caramelized onions are just kind of whatever to me.
I enjoy mostly cooked onions. I don't think I've ever eaten an onion raw, but maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll like chomp a raw garlic, chomp of an onion. Maybe I'll try that.
You need to take
Because I think onions have vitamin C, right?
take a raw onion, core it, and then fill it with raw garlic, and then just jump into that.
Oh, you just big brain this wide
And
open.
Have the most horrendous breath.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
have like
that's
the most.
Yeah.
That breath
See,
is gonna
it's
be.
a trade-off though. You have terrible breath, but your nose will be the most open and clear it has probably ever been in your life.
Oh, dude, when I first consumed the raw garlic, my mouth was on fire. I never realized how like it is actually spicy. I didn't know this. I knew it had a strong flavor. I didn't know it was like hot.
Huh.
That was wild to me. Yeah. Like raw garlic is actually, and maybe I'm just a baby with white boy taste buds, but it was spicy.
Now garlic has like when it's like like you said, raw garlic has like a very sharp flavor.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Which people don't expect because then like any other point when you eat garlic, it just tastes amazing. Like garlic bread,
Oh yeah.
garlic sauce, or like even like some pizza places they'll add garlic just straight up on the pizza, but it gets cooked, so it tastes like what you would expect garlic to be. But raw
Dude.
garlic is weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
food is wild like that. Like vanilla, vanilla is delicious in very small amounts, but if you
Yeah, if
drink
you-
a little bit
If you drink, yeah,
straight from the extract, you're like,
Oh, I
just
think that's
choked
really
to death.
bad for you too. Like,
yeah. It's
Oh,
it's
is it?
actually toxic for you.
oh, well, I lived one.
I lived.
I
well.
lived.
I lived through it once. I tried it and I lived.
So is that what you've been doing lately, Ian? Is just watching like WWE content?
Well, because it's not even WWE, it's just this guy's personal YouTube channel. But
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I found
What is,
him
is that
through,
what you've been
like,
doing? Is just watching him?
among other things, yeah. That's like my new kick
That's
recently.
my new kick.
Yeah.
I feel
Because I mean, recently I've been trying to like increase my I do powerlift type stuff, so I've been trying to increase my weight numbers with like the 3 big movements from that. And so I just kind of look for some kind of like motivation, I guess. And it is very well provided there.
man. It's funny how you mentioned that because I was like, I never realized how much I used to watch, like in terms of like just lifting, right?
Uh-huh.
And then in the past year, I like tried to go back. And I'm like, oh, I looked at my stuff. And I'm like, I don't see anyone do anything. What the hell?
Uh-huh.
And then I realized, oh, it's just because I haven't been actually watching enough that it all fell off my algorithm. I was like, oh, okay, time to bring this back up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I think COVID also just hit that harder too, because a lot of people just couldn't film as much, I guess.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Maybe. But
I can see
I
that.
don't know.
Yeah, that same thing kind of happened to me. Oh man.
But soon.
Soon. Yeah, soon. I think you guys are both double vaxxed, right? Like you got both your shots?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
And
I'm
then
getting mine this
because
Saturday.
they say you
have to
need
wait,
to
like, 2
wait
weeks.
2 weeks after your second to be quote unquote completely vaccinated.
Right.
Yeah.
And so after the 20th, which is next week, I'm basically good to go.
Nice. Oh, get my second one Saturday or
This Saturday?
yeah, this Saturday. Then
Hell yeah.
I guess after 2 weeks I'll be good.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
the first day of May, you'll be good to
Yeah.
go.
Like a lot of my friends are like, I didn't realize that they got vaccinated, right? But like one of them just out of the blue was like, hey guys, I just got I got my second one. Could be good in 2 weeks. Who's down to hang? A lot of them are like going to be done in like end of April, mid-May. And I was like, wow, I didn't even realize you guys got it. Hell yeah.
Just everybody around the same time.
It
That's
helped
fun.
at least in our state that they basically opened it up to everybody.
Yeah.
You just had to register,
Right.
and then you could get one.
Yeah.
Which is good. Good to hear that it's getting out.
Yeah, get your vaccines if you can, people.
Yeah.
Get
It's always funny,
protocols.
like, because there are some people I know who want things to go back to normal, but then don't want to get the vaccine.
Right?
And
Oh, really?
it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to
It's
me.
the weirdest thing because then it's like, and like, it's
I mean,
weird
like,
with that.
It doesn't make sense, but it's also the people who are like that are, at least from my experience, incredibly selfish. So they just
Yeah.
want things to go back to normal without having to do any of the work.
Right. And that's why it was
So-
funny because like I would watch this stuff online and it's just like they do, like it's exactly that, but then 1 year ago it's like, oh, just stay home, but they wouldn't do it. For not saying
Yeah,
those
but
people, I'm just
they
saying
want-
some people.
They want all the problems to be gone without them having to do anything.
Yeah.
So, like, on the one hand, I'm not surprised, and I'm just disappointed type thing.
Mm-hmm. And well, and now it's like, oh, now that we're vaccinated, hopefully, I mean, obviously, still take precautions until like we're in the clear. But at least there's some. You can tell like they're starting to lift up like some like
Yeah, like,
restrictions.
They've
it's
even said, like, if everybody's completely vaccinated, you can have gatherings again.
yeah,
It's mainly just if you go out, you should still wear a mask anyway.
yeah, still wear a mask. And even now, like I think if you travel instead of having like the 2-week quarantine, you just like go. It's like 3 days now. Like if you've been vaxxed, essentially. But
Heck yeah.
soon, everyone.
I
If you make it so.
the other thing. Oh shoot. I just lost it.
Huh?
What was I going to say?
You forgot it.
I just
Oh.
lost it. I'm becoming old.
We're all old.
What
My
was I
brain.
talking about?
was I going to say? I don't know, but Luke, what have you been doing? What have you been up to?
Luke?
I'll come back to my.
Come back.
It'll come back.
Yeah. Oh! I just remembered.
There it is. Let's do it.
We just had to. Yeah. So last time we talked about a little bit about Snyder cut for Justice League.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched up to part 4, and it's all just been kind of like the build up. They took like the first part of the movie and like extended it a lot. So here I wanted to tell you guys my thoughts, and then I wanted to hear what you think about, or I wanted to hear your thoughts on what you thought about for just up to part 4.
Okay.
For part 1, way too much slow-mo. Way too much slow-mo. I was getting sick of it.
Zack Snyder, yep.
Yeah, sure. Very odd. Did you guys think the music choices are really odd?
It's bad. In my opinion, very bad.
Yeah. I guess that's putting it more bluntly, but yeah. Like, I don't know how I felt about them.
Like, I think it's a big part of it, and it's mainly because this was before I had a sound bar for my TV. My TV had really bad audio, so I was listening with subtitles. But Wonder Woman specifically it was always, I think, Ancient Lamentation plays was when Wonder Woman's theme song would play. And I think it kind of sucks because Wonder Woman, I think, has a really iconic theme, at least for the DC Cinematic Universe, because I think it's an electric cello, like the I butchered it, but I'm sorry. But it's like, and that's kind of all people remember of the theme. That is basically the theme.
Yeah.
And so when it's, the 25th thing, Wonder Woman is done, and you just hear it was like a remixed theme, but you hear it. It's kind of, and then outside of that, you had the real world songs put in.
Yeah,
that was kind of
those are jarring to me.
Strange. It was strange. Like, honestly, I really think Guardians of the Galaxy got away with it, just because it's more of an integral part of Star-Lord's character of this is the thing, like, my mom gave it to me, and it's just, I lived on Earth and I liked the music.
Yeah.
And especially because I don't remember the song specifically for the Snyderverse, but they were kind of older songs. And then when it's, the Justice League in whatever timeline they're in, it's just a weird kind of disconnect. Because the vibe itself didn't go for nostalgia 80s, 90s type thing. It was just, here's the Justice League movie, and then we pick these old songs to go with it.
Yeah.
I do like, so yeah, and overall, those were like the two things that stuck out to me the most that I just wasn't a fan of. But overall, kind of just felt the same about it as the first one. But I still have like a whole nother hour of the movie, so I'm not gonna like put a lock and key on my thoughts on it. But what I did like is the more time we get with Cyborg. I mean, this probably isn't new. Like, this is probably talked about a bunch online. But the more time we get with Cyborg and Steppenwolf is nice. I like that.
Yeah, those are. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. Like, I think they do. I think I liked how in this one they do focus. They put more emphasis and like just backstory on Cyborg. Even like Flash got more backstory.
Yeah.
And then Steppenwolf's motivations make more sense.
Yeah, when he's like, a little bit of spoiler, but when they're like, you can't come home, and he's like, big puppy dog eyes. Oh no. Adorable.
Adorable is one way to put it, yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, like, especially with Cyborg and the Flash, at least in the Snyder cut, you actually get to see them be characters. And they do end up kind of, I think, becoming more of the central characters.
Later on.
Yeah, because I mean, at least in the original cut, you had the Justice League, but none of them were really like a big pull for the story. They're all just, it's time to gather the Justice League and take care of Steppenwolf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like
And at least in the Snyder cut, you do have a little more backstory. Because I mean, like I had this discussion with one of my other friends, but really, at least everybody gets a little bit of characterization, except for Aquaman, which kind of sucks. But it's worth it because you actually might care about the characters instead of the original Justice League cut.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Steppenwolf, he actually becomes a compelling villain instead of just, I want the mommy boxes because mommy boxes.
yeah,
Like,
Right.
that's basically what it whittled down to in the original one.
yeah, because the original one, it was more focused on like Batman and Wonder Woman, and then they're like oh, we're getting a team together, and they just pull people together, and he's like, now we're together, now we do this thing. While like, I feel like in this one, it had more focus on like them as a group versus like, oh, Batman's doing this and then Wonder Woman's doing that. Because yeah, it felt more like a group, like a not group, I guess group movie. Like it felt like it was actually like about the team versus just like
Yeah.
the two main people, right?
Yeah. Centered around like the group rather than like people in the group.
Yeah, I watched like a lot. This is only because I remember watching a couple. It's because it's been like a couple weeks now. I watched a lot of like people doing comparisons because this was like the thing to do.
Uh-huh.
Oh, let's compare Whedon's cut to Snyder's cut, and there are moments where I was like, oh, there is a different focus. There's just a lot of like glaring choices that I'm like, and I think you might touch on this, but like the big part I had an issue with was more. On the old one, it was more like they had a lot more one-liners, and it felt more like they tried to make it Marvel-esque. And I was like, it's not that it's bad that you do one-liners, it's just because we already have established what kind of movies these are, it's kind of weird for you to just kind of do that now. But, yeah. But I was going to say, like, how you're feeling is also kind of, I'm not really surprised either, because I feel like the big changes are like in the latter half, or like maybe like the last two parts, if anything.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm still really excited to finish it out. I'm kind of sad. I envy people who only watched this one, and not the first one, because when it got to some of the flash parts that I thought were really funny, the second time around, they were still funny. It's just the second time around, I already heard the joke.
Yeah.
I already know
like,
the punchline,
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, I don't get to fully experience this again. But whatever.
I mean, and again, this is like, I feel like this is more for like this is mostly pushed by like the big fans, right?
Right.
So maybe they do just want to see like the true vision, quote unquote.
Yeah. Makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That was all. That was my thing. What have you been up
Had
to?
to take you a bit.
Yeah. I just had to rev up the engine again a little.
Rev.
Rev. Vroom, vroom.
I mean, I've been playing. I started playing Final Fantasy again, maybe, I don't know, a month ago.
Uh-huh.
So I'm still playing a lot of catch up. Like I'm in post Heaven's Word now, but I still have 2 expansions to go through until I get to being caught up. But it's still fun.
Is
I'm
it getting
enjoying
better?
it.
Like,
Yeah,
comparison?
it's way better.
Yeah.
Part of it is just like the story does get way better after A Realm Reborn,
Mm-hmm.
but like I think every class before they're level 50 just feels like a skeleton of what they're supposed to be. And that's like, so I unlocked Dark Knight after, because you don't get Dark Knight until Heaven's Word anyway.
Yeah, right.
But even at level, I think it was like level 40 Dark Knight, I had more engagement and like choices to make with my skill rotation than I did playing my Paladin leveling up through level 50. Because Paladin I had a 1-2-3 combo for single target. I had a 2 AoE rotation, and then I had 1 off cooldown skill.
Mm.
And I think by the time I was 40-ish, I had a 1, 2, 3, a single AoE, and then I had 2 conditional, 1 single target, 1 AoE.
Mm.
And it just like it had more situational choice instead of literally spamming AoEs and then single targets. Because, and maybe it's just like the matter of, I think Paladin itself also doesn't get interesting until I think after 60, because you basically don't use mana until then, whereas Dark Knight uses mana basically from the get-go. But with most classes, they don't get really interesting until basically you're in Heaven's Word. So that's nice.
Because what was the max again in Realm Reborn? Was it
Realm Reborn, the max was 50.
50? Okay.
Yeah, and then it's just 10 levels every expansion. So
Every
Heaven's Word
expansion.
60, Stormblood 70, Shadowbringers 80.
And then the next one would be 90, probably.
Probably. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I don't see why they would break convention at that point.
Right.
But also just a lot of the content itself gets more interesting. Like the main story quest dungeons are more fun. The trials or the like boss fights are more interesting.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
So doing a lot of that, and it's still fun because all the other people I know who play Final Fantasy, they're all caught up. So it's a lot of me just doing solo content. Then I'll call them in, they do one thing for me, I'm back to solo content. But even then, I'm still having a lot of fun. But no, the other thing I wanted to talk about was I started watching Invincible on Amazon.
Oh
yeah.
I don't know if you guys.
That. I need to watch that.
We talked about it in that.
Yes.
Oh, the three of us saw it and it looked cool. But I watched the first 3 episodes, and it comes out every Friday.
Yeah.
So it is kind of nice. It's episodic.
Because it's on
So
episode
it's
5 now?
not-
5 or 6?
Episode 5. Episode 6 comes out this Friday, I think.
Yeah.
cool. How do you like it?
I do like it. The first episode's pretty rough. Just in terms of quality. I think they still had to kind of get used to doing the animation and all that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But
Just kind
how's
of
the
like
story? Is the story
pilot
good?
episode.
Yeah, it's very
Pangs.
piloty.
Okay.
Like it does pull that pilot, and then they do, a big shocking twist at the end of episode 1, so you keep watching. But I knew that going in.
Because did you read it? I forgot.
No, I actually haven't read it.
Or,
I'm
like, looked into it?
considering reading it.
Okay.
So like really the big reason I wanted to watch it is because I'm playing a tabletop that is like a superhero themed tabletop. So I was just looking into superhero content. But it's pretty cool. It's so far I don't think it's done anything like super groundbreaking. It's just cool and fun to watch.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
I'm trying not to say too much.
Yeah.
To not spoil any of the cool things that have happened.
Yeah. I need to watch that soon. I think I've just been more so watching Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, because that comes out on Friday too.
Yeah, that's also on Friday. Yeah. So that's just like my thing, or me and my girlfriend watch every Friday. But that'll be done in about next week, because there'll be a Friday episode this Friday and 1 episode next week. And because I don't think you don't have Disney Plus, right, Luke? You haven't.
No, I don't have Disney Plus.
Ian, have you been keeping up with it?
I've seen the first episode,
Okay.
and then got kind of off track from there. But I do plan on continuing to watch it. The first episode I liked. It was good.
Yeah, it's like good, and then episode 4 has like a thing that's like that just happened where everyone's like, "What the hell? What?" It was like a holy F moment, right?
I have a question about these, so I'm really curious. And maybe this is just like we don't know, and it's just going to be speculation. But right now there are a ton of series for Marvel, right?
Yeah.
And I'm curious how the movies are gonna relate. Like,
I mean,
are people gonna have to have watched the series
like
to
the
like
previous
start to continue? Yeah, to like continue to follow into phase 4 and stuff, or how is that gonna work?
I have a feeling they will, and it's kind of, and when you mentioned that, I was talking to one of my friends about it, and I was like, this kind of, it's awesome, but also kind of sucks for new people, because now we've actually hit the point where it's like, if you talk about WandaVision, for instance, it's like, you kind of have to know certain things that happen in previous movies, right? At least like the big hitting points.
Yeah.
Essentially, essentially you have to have watched up to Endgame,
Right.
to understand, like. And then now I think we hit the point where, because now some people are like, oh, do you get season 2? I'm like, no, I don't think that we're playing by those rules right now. I think these are just very long movies. Like, think of these as like long movies, like a long series, right? But it's not like, it could be a one-off, but I really do feel like these are just more pushing the plot, or like
it has to be
forward.
right, because in WandaVision it ends with
it is confirmed with her, and she's going to be in Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So I feel like they were pushing more to get her to get to that point for the movie.
Yeah, because there's 2 loose ends at the end of WandaVision. It's her and then Vision.
Yeah.
So they have to like wrap that up somehow.
This is really like, I think this is just their way of like pushing forward without having to like make a movie. But I feel like these have been doing really good in that, like, you get more time to spend with the characters. You don't have to rush too many things, but there's like that, but also like, oh, sometimes you feel, some people I felt like, oh, maybe they're dwelling too much on something, but at this point I'm like, I just treat it like a TV show. I'm like, all right, this is cool, right?
Yeah.
But yes, I think to answer your question, I feel like these do have to tie in, and then that leads into the whole, people will probably have to watch all this other stuff to get to this, which then really is just like, it's how much of a time commitment you want, blah blah blah.
Right. Yeah.
We've now pushed ourselves into this corner of like, we have this universe and they're actually sticking with it.
Yeah.
So
it is at least nice that it is all on, like, it's all on Disney Plus. It's not, you don't have to go to multiple places. And
and I was gonna say, the nice part, because I saw it, I was like, Disney Plus, at least in terms of this, is like, they have things in either release order or chronological order, or or like phase. They do have it in phases, or they have it in chronological. And I think there's one other option, but they do have the option of like, they help curate how you can watch. But otherwise, you're still more than welcome to just watch at it each hero, I guess. But I think that's the hard part with MCU now, is that everything's connected, and it's essentially like the comic books where things are connected. And a lot of people like this. I mean, I like it. I think this is cool. It's just a matter of like how much time you want to invest now at this point.
Yeah.
Which I know some people have, like, I don't blame them if they fall off this, because honestly, like, up to Endgame, that was like a perfect. I think that's like a perfect. If you just want to end it there, you can end it there.
Yeah, because keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, but if you want more, you have more. That was like the last part.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because after Endgame, it's like, Endgame from like the beginning to Endgame, it was like easy. It was easy enough to follow. I feel like there weren't too many characters. It was like the core set, but with all this, like, as they've added more and more, it becomes harder to follow, especially once
there
you get like,
is now a spider whip that you have to kind of you have to follow this whole thing where it's like, oh, it is essentially the problem when people get into comics. And this is also why I kind of fell off reading sometimes, because at least with DC, it's like, oh, you read this comic, oh, you don't know what's going on, you have to read this one. And I really hate, but they would reference, they would put references, and it's like, oh, you should read this issue because this happened.
It's how they.
No, I just want to read Batman, but now I have to read Nightwing, and it's like all this. It's the same issue that we're gonna hit, and I can't wait to see it like blow up.
I know it's gonna happen. Getting that money, babe.
Oh, it is, yes.
They pump you, but it is cool as well. It is.
It's cool, but it's like almost. I also feel like it's self-gatekeeping itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a movie where you just see it and that's it.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
having subscription and then having to watch every week or every other week, or however their schedules end up being.
Exactly. So, but yes, I need to watch Invincible.
Yeah. What's that on? Amazon?
It's on
Amazon.
Yes.
Mm.
I think it's is
Amazon
that
every
also
Friday.
It's only 6 episodes too, right? I think, or is it 8? Do you know?
I think it's gonna be more than 6. I don't know what the end point is.
Yeah, I guess that's the other thing.
Yeah, I will say like it's mainly because I do enjoy the superhero genre anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not gonna be for everybody.
It's on the darker side, right? From what I remember.
It's darker.
Darker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like comparable to like The Boys now? Would you say,
I wouldn't say that.
or is it like veering towards that? I guess.
No.
Okay.
I think it's just darker.
Okay. All right.
Like
More
it's a level above something like, I don't know. I want to say like the animated Justice League cartoons, but those are dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
Hmm.
Or they
that makes
can
sense.
get
I'm not-
dark.
just without any spoilers. It's a darker superhero.
I
mature.
know you're trying not to spoil, so
It's
appreciate
a
Yeah.
mature.
It's like it's
mature, it's
darker,
mature,
a little
right?
more mature, but it's also like it's nothing new.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's just if you like the genre of superheroes, you'd probably get a kick out of it.
Okay. Which I
And that's even me saying like the first 3 episodes are kind of boring,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I think objectively. Although I've heard good things about episode 5.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I think I have too. I think because episode 1 through 3 was dropped all in one day. I think that's
yeah,
what it
they
was,
all
right?
dropped at the same time.
Okay, that's probably what it was. Because I feel like I remember hearing from someone like how 1 through 3 was kind of set up, right? Is that what the case is?
It's a lot of just kind of world building.
World building? Yeah, yeah. It's on my list because I'm actually very curious about it.
Yeah. Need new things to watch now that all my good anime is
What good anime? No good anime has come out recently. What are you talking about?
Dude, Jujutsu Kaisen's so good. It's so good. Dude, Slime came
I'm
off
an
with like a
anime
spin-off.
boomer, so
Do what?
I'm an anime boomer, so
Anime boom.
a lot of, I don't know. We can talk about Jujutsu after you talk about Slime, but I have thoughts about Jujutsu.
Well, I like where it's at now, but I haven't read it, so I don't know where it goes. But Slime did a Have you seen this, Harrison? They did a spin-off where
Yeah,
it's
they did
like
a spin-off.
the
I
daily
haven't-
diaries of Slime.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't looked into it because I was like, oh, it's a spinoff. It might be one of those like dumb things that I don't. But then I'm like, but I kind of want to watch it because I kind of want more Slime. Because
Did you watch it?
no, no. I have. Have you?
I watched the first episode because I was the same. I was like, maybe this can fill the spot.
Oh, dude, that ending though, where they left off.
yeah,
It's
I know,
like,
right?
Oh God, he's hot.
Oh God, he's hot.
my,
like,
my
now-
girlfriend
alright.
was like,
Cool.
oh, they believe in equal plot. Holy shit.
equal
Oh,
fan
dude.
service.
Equal fan service. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's hilarious.
They left off where like the whole like just he's been
The
chilling in
whole-
the background all this time.
This entire time.
They just
This
make
is the reason why
everybody
it
hot in
started.
that show.
They
Everybody's
do.
just-
And I'm like, you know
fucking
what?
hot.
Whatever. I'll take it.
yeah. But I watched the first of like the diaries or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
cute and like funny and entertaining, but it's not the same.
It's
Not
just
the
it's
same.
just a side. It really is just a side thing, right? It's just
Yeah.
like a spin-off type deal.
Yeah, it's literally like
It felt like
it
they
turns into a
they're-
slice of life.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looked like a slice of life. I'm like,
yeah.
you know what? Maybe later.
It's
but I'm
basically everybody just simps for Slime. That's all that is.
not.
It's just more simping for Slime.
That demon dude's the biggest simp.
Yeah, right.
Oh man,
Oh.
it's just the fun.
It's fun.
Watch.
It's funny.
But I haven't seen the spin-off.
Yeah. Eh.
Because I think the only thing I was really interested in was Boku this season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise I was like, nothing
Boku?
else caught my eye really.
I've been lacking. I've been lacking for. I am also a little bit of an anime boomer. I've been lacking for things I've been really interested in.
Talking about My Hero, my girlfriend and I we watched the first episode, which is the recap,
Yeah.
But even then, we just kind of looked at each other and said, "Yeah, we're probably not gonna watch it anymore." We just stopped caring. And honestly, I think that's fine. Like, because I'm essentially caught up with the manga. I don't think she's gonna miss anything,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of sad because I think My Hero had really good potential, and then, at least for me, it's gonna start turning into a really big shonen real soon, and I hate that.
I mean,
isn't it already kind of a big?
yeah,
show?
I was gonna say
It
has
is, but like it starts like, oh, I've seen this before. I saw this in Fairy Tale, and it's like I hate Fairy Tale.
So you think they're just gonna like start kind of going through the ropes of like a
It kind of devolves.
generic shonen? Okay, all right.
Like it devolves, and then there's like the big bad guy reveal, which is supposed to be this like huge big deal, but to me it didn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't hit.
Like I guess one of the big problems I think My Hero has, it kind of goes through DBZ, where like, oh, power levels are going up. We're just gonna keep upping power levels because that's how we make things interesting for the next season. And so it gets like the stakes start not mattering really.
Mm-hmm.
Like they honestly don't matter because, ooh, big scary guy. We just need to make the good guys even bigger, scarier.
Question.
What's up?
I stopped reading and watching Boku a while ago. Do they do a time skip?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know. I guess I was just thinking. I think I would have liked somewhere around the time I stopped reading it. Somewhere around there, I would have liked a time skip. I think that would have worked really well for the show, and then you could see like Deku and like his friends and like a little bit older, not quite out of school, but like older. I think it would have, and then like there's things that are developing, and then shit's like going on. I don't know. That might have been cooler, like a One Piece kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm just thinking about.
How big was the One Piece jump?
2 years. 2 years
like 2
past.
Yeah, like if I remember, I think the biggest like I guess they do a time skip, but it's like a few months later type thing.
Right. Yeah. Not like a.
That's like the typical like.
Yeah, like
typical,
they don't give the characters in My Hero a lot of time to like everything that's happened is so condensed that
I mean,
you're not gonna see, I think, the adult versions unless it's like the epilogue.
yeah, because I mean that's the typical shonen thing. That's the whole point. It's meant for it's like shonen.
Right.
Like
yeah.
that's just the nature of like that genre at this point.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Because even what like Naruto happened.
Because by the end he was like 16. Yeah, by the end he was 16.
And then they go on to Boruto, where the main focus is his kid because he's an adult now. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
That's I mean that's the typical shonen. That's why I was like typical shonen. Because that's the whole point.
It's a growing of age.
It's not for art, technically.
It's the target. Yeah, the target.
Yeah, the target is not. Yeah.
Damn.
So.
But
sad.
I yeah, I'm not, like I stopped reading and watching Boku because I was like I lost interest, but I'm not mad. Like the first I think the first 3 seasons watching it were like some of the best time in anime that I've
points.
had. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they kind of fudged, and I think that's why I just kind of stopped caring. Was at least like in the first season it was, oh, there's the Superhero Academy, and we want to do Superhero Academy stuff, but suddenly the big bad villains want to stop that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next 2 seasons were kind of I guess they started going more towards superhero society and not like this is the school for superheroes.
Yeah.
Because they had the tournament arc, which everybody has a tournament arc, and so that was cool. But once, like especially by the time we're in season 5, and then I'm sure subsequent seasons, it's a lot of the school stuff kind of just gets thrown out the window.
Mm.
And like I think this season might just be the last big focus on school, and then it all turns into superhero story, which is
Oh.
fine. But it's also the villain is dull. So I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, I haven't read
Worm is better. You should read Worm.
It always comes back to.
It always comes.
It's always going to come back to Worm because, to me, it is the best superhero thing.
The best superhero.
Yeah, best superhero media, I think, hands down. Which is, I mean, it's kind of cheating because it's so long. But
Hey, Harris,
Yeah.
you started reading that yet?
Nope. To be totally honest, nope.
I'm
it's
just
been
poking.
4 months, my dude.
I'm just poking.
Yeah.
I haven't either.
I've
I've
done-
just been poking.
I'm getting angry.
He's
I
getting
have.
mad.
I have 8 months left.
Uh-oh. What happens in 8 months?
No. I remember how I was like,
Then
oh, at
the
the
year's
beginning of the
over.
year. Yeah, I was like, at the beginning of the
Oh.
year, I was like, I will read Worm. It was on my list, and it
Wait,
is still
hold
on
on.
my list.
Your wording. Did you say you will finish reading Worm by the end of the year, or you will start reading by the?
I'm pretty sure I said I finish.
Oh.
Honestly, I think I said that, and
Hey, you're a fast reader, right? You'll be fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
faster than those audiobooks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh.
I won't fall asleep on that one,
Mm.
but yeah, no, but yes, that is still
Mm.
on my list. Do not worry, Luke.
I won't start worrying for another 2 months, but then I'm gonna start to worry.
Then you're like, bro,
You're gonna get those. You're gonna get those late night texts. Those WIDs.
what you doing?
Yeah.
It's like,
what you doing?
doing?
Nothing. Read Worm.
No, he'll just like it'll be different ways of how he says worm.
It's gonna be
Mhm.
it'll be YUD. It's like what? It's like worm. You done?
Worm. You
Worm,
dumb.
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's too good.
Uh,
Damn.
That's just gonna happen. Right when you're about to fall asleep, you're gonna hear your phone. You're like, oh no, I'm just gonna ignore it.
No.
You'll open the
Okay.
door. You'll just see like a small little like pile of worms on your doorstep.
Oh my god. I guess I can't leave. This is my life now.
This, I'm trapped.
But yeah, Invincible is pretty cool. I might watch some tonight. Actually,
Oh,
we'll
sick.
see. It's probably worth checking out at least.
Yeah, no, definitely on my list. Sure. Along with
But-
Godzilla. Along with where?
Read
Along
no,
with
read. Watch Godzilla. Godzilla's fun. It was fun, I guess.
Mm.
The reason I watched Justice League is I said I wouldn't because I didn't have an HBO Max account, but now I have access to one. Thank you.
Oh,
And so now that's why I was able to watch Justice League. So I'm definitely watching Lizard
Godzilla.
vs. Monk. Yeah.
Or you just wait until you're vaccinated, and then that's the first movie you go see
Mm.
because it's the only movie out in theaters, basically.
Or
that's true.
I watch it now, but then also when I get vaccinated, go out and see it.
I just watch it. I might watch it twice, once in theaters,
That'd be kind of sick.
Hell yeah.
because
Fun.
I don't know. Movie sound systems are pretty nice for
They
monster
hit-
movies.
They hit different.
Palm.
Yeah, they built different.
I'm kind of
They
sad.
look different.
I've seen one spoiler, and it's not really
Oh,
a
dang.
spoiler, but it's a little bit. Where Kong just like shoves the like radio tower or whatever into Godzilla's mouth as he's trying to laser his face off. It's like, but it only hyped me up.
Spoilers.
So, huh?
Spoilers. I haven't seen the movie, Ian.
It's fine. It's not.
Oh, yeah, you're right though. It'll happen. It's oh shit. That's what Ian was talking about.
Oh hey. Yeah. But it's cool. I'm ready.
I'm gonna do all the things.
Well,
Let's go ahead and wrap it up. It's been about an hour and 15 minutes, so I think it's a good time.
yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. We appreciate the support, appreciate the listens. You can find us on Twitter, SuperBoss Pod. Feedback, comments, random topics you want to ping at us.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell us that Harrison should read Worm.
Mm-hmm.
We listen, and we will at least acknowledge in some way or form all of your comments and critiques.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you guys doing?
Thinking about food.
We got.
I'm not gonna plug myself. You can if you want.
I will plug you. So me and Luke.
No, don't plug me right now.
What?
Don't plug me right now.
Oh, don't plug you. Okay.
I'm in a renaissance period.
He's a renaissance. All right, then I won't.
What about you, Ian?
I do stuff on YouTube where I and Twitch. I stream and upload YouTube video game stuff. The most recent thing right now that's coming out is the new Magic the Gathering Arena Strixhaven set release. That's really exciting. Got a video coming out going over that. Yeah. Otherwise, I do challenges, speedrun stuff. I'm on Twitch and YouTube as Ian Eats Games. IAN Eats Games.
The rebrand.
Yeah. Thanks. Do what you want to do with that information. I also know Harrison started a different podcast, and
Yeah, he's
me
a
and Luke
traitor.
are super jealous, and we're offended.
I'm still here.
Nah,
No, I'm just
you
kidding.
abandoned us.
I'm still
He
here.
hates us.
You abandoned us.
He abandoned us
Yeah,
for
check out Harrison's new podcast. It's the Novo Podcast, right?
Novo Convo.
Yeah, it's Novo Convo. NGOVO Convo. On that one, it's just more. It was just geared more towards comics and anime, more just because I wanted to talk about comics,
Yeah.
and my friend wanted to talk about anime,
Mm.
and
Yeah, we're just normies. That's why Harrison jumped ship.
Normies.
We're a bunch of normies.
What the
I
first
feel
thing
like-
you guys talked about was WandaVision, right?
yeah, first episode, WandaVision. We just dropped Justice League this week, and we release also the same time as this podcast, actually, every Monday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time.
So now you guys
So-
got 2 podcasts. Listen. Question.
You got 2, and you can, either way,
Yeah.
either or.
That's
I'm not jumping ship. How fucking dare you.
We're just the prototype. We're the beta podcast.
Oh, dude, I'm such a beta. Hell yeah.
Oh.
I mean, what?
no.
I'm a Sigma male. Get out of
I'm
here.
a si-
I'm.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.